This is the GEPRC Vapor 6D, a 6-inch cinematic FPV drone. Now, I've been patiently waiting for a cinematic FPV drone with GPS that offers me the security and stability like you would get with a DJI drone. Now, I have a few drones in my arsenal, however, none I would say offer the type of flying that I'm after. I do have the GEPRC Mark V, however, this is an X-frame quad and it doesn't have GPS. Then you have the DJI O4, 2, which is great, but it gets pushed around a little bit when it's windy. Then GEPRC dropped this drone and it's at a reasonable price. So in this video, we're going to explore whether the GEPRC Vapor 6D can live up to its expectations as the best budget cinematic FPV drone. So before I tell you more about the drone, I'm actually heading to this new dope fly spot. I don't know if you can see, but we're on a very steep hill right now. And there was a sign saying 4x4s only, and this isn't a 4x4. Now look at those views. Now, this video is not sponsored, however, Mepsking did provide some accessories to help with this video, and more will be explained later on. Thank you, Jaden from Mepsking, for supporting the channel. Now, before we dive into what's in the box and the specifics of this drone, here's why this drone stands out. First of all, it's a deadcat frame, which means there's no props in view, which is fantastic. Now, this is the 6-inch version. There is a 5-inch as well. However, this gives me smoother and longer flight time. This also has a built-in GPS, so just in case anything goes wrong, this will return to home. This includes the DJI O4 Air unit, and I'm running here the Crossfire, so I get full control and clarity. And the best part is that this drone with this setup is under $500 US, which makes it great value. And since setting up this drone, testing it and flying it, I have absolutely loved it. So if you decide to pick up the GEPRC Vapor D6, what do you get inside the box? Now, this comes in GEPRC's standard packaging. It's in a black box, and when we open up this box and lift off the first cover, we'll reveal the drone inside the first tray. The battery lead and the antennas are taped down for flat packaging, and the motors are labeled as well, so you know which orientation the props go. And if you didn't know, it's props in on the front and props out on the rears. The quad is made from carbon fiber, and as standard, it comes with the orange side, which I really like. The front camera mount for the O4A unit is made from metal to add extra protection. The motors are SpeedX 2407 1750 kVs, and the props are HQ props 6-inch by 3.5 by 3. The battery connector is an XT60, and this makes the drone weigh 465 grams plus or minus 5 grams, and this is without a battery or an action camera. If we lift up the first tray, inside you will notice the rest of the accessories. You get 2 sets of the HQ props, which is nice, but I wish they added one more personally. You get 2 battery straps, the black plastic components if you want to swap out the orange ones. You also get a TPU mount for the antenna, as well as a camera mount for an action camera as well, with the included hardware, which is a really nice touch. You also get 2 battery grips, as well as the additional hardware of bolts, a pin to help bind the Crossfire receiver or your ELRS, or the DJI Air unit. You also get a few Allen keys and a spanner, and finally a GEPRC keychain. You also get some documentation from GEPRC for the O4A unit, as well as the GPS unit if you have it installed, and some stickers. So there are two versions of the Vapor. There is a D series, the one I have, and there's also an X series. And the difference here is that one is a dead cat and the other one is an X frame. So if you're after for more freestyle and you want to lean towards that, then get the X version. However, if you don't want props in view and you do more cinematic flying, then go for the dead cat version so you don't get props in view. There is also two sizes. There is a 5-inch and there's also a 6-inch. So if you wanted something a little bit more smaller and more agile, go for the 5-inch. If you wanted something a little bit bigger, more stable, then go for the 6-inch. The 6-inch would give you better efficiency and longer flight times, and it is ideal for heavier camera setups if you want to run an additional action camera. So the GEPRC Vapor series has been built around the DJI O4 Air unit, however you can get without as well. But the DJI O4 Air unit delivers such great performance in range, clarity and low latency for a digital FPV system. Now you also have the option for your different receivers. I have the Crossfire version here and it comes as standard with the mini Immortal T antenna. However, you can also get ELRS or plug and play if you want to fly with the DJI remote as well. You also have the option for with or without GPS. Personally, why would you get a drone of this size to do cinematic flying, fly a little bit at a distance and not get GPS? And just have that peace of mind that let's say you did lose signal, that it can return to home, or if something goes wrong, you can activate GPS rescue and you'll be able to save yourself in a sticky situation. Waiting for satellites, it is hot. So we've got 5 satellites right now. Oh, it's getting the latitude, there you go. Excellent. So we should be ready to go. It's saying altitude is already 77 meters. I don't know how it's figured that out. I just want throttle value today and then do the rest. Do GPS rescue test tomorrow. Now I just followed Joshua Bardwell's video. It was really straightforward. As much as GEPRC provides you with the documentation for just going into beta flight, ticking GPS rescue and you'll be done with it and everything's all right, I do recommend to go through the steps that Joshua recommended, and that way you can actually test that everything is functioning properly, and that way you're also doing a forced failsafe and that the drone is reacting properly to if a failsafe happens. And good thing I did this, because when I went to start my flight testing, there must have been a lot of interference. There may be an attractor there, and I only went for a few hundred meters, like not far at all, and I lost signal. And good thing the drone was set up properly, because GPS rescue kicked in from a failsafe and returned to me and I was able to recover the drone. Very strange, but make sure you follow the steps before you go and do a proper long range flight. If you plan on doing something that far, you want to make sure GPS is working properly, even with failsafe and you lose signal. Now this is a bind and fly quad and I haven't really made any modifications to it. I haven't changed the camera angle, I haven't changed the rates, those are all stock. The only things that I've really added is the battery grip mount, the action camera mount so I can test the DJI Action 5 Pro to see how it handles, and maybe just swap the props over from HQ to GenFan just to test the difference. That is pretty much it. The only thing I have made a difference is adding the new elements to the OSD, such as all the GPS stuff, and it's just really nice to have all this information on screen. So now I have things like my compass, my return to home, my altitude, my speed, my number of satellites, and latitude and longitude. These are all useful information when I'm flying. So if something does go wrong, or I can just keep an eye on the drone during my flight. It's just been a joy to fly this drone and I've absolutely loved every minute of it. So the batteries that I was using for the GEPRC Vapor D6 were the Tattoo R-Line 1550, the Tattoo R-Line 1800, and the Boss LiPo 1550. And let me tell you now, it's been a real challenge to get hold of these batteries. So I want to thank Mepsking for helping me make this video, because I probably wouldn't be able to do it because it was so hard to get hold of them. Other sites either didn't have the stock, or if they were in stock, they just wouldn't ship to Cyprus. So I took a gander at Mepsking's website, and lo and behold, they had the batteries I wanted in stock at a better price, and they shipped to Cyprus. So it was a win-win. All right, I had to wait a little bit longer because shipping to Cyprus does take longer. However, anywhere else, shipping would be quicker. The other great thing is Meps King also had props, and they also provided the Gem Fan props. And these are 6" but 3.2 by 3. So they are slightly lower pitch than the HQ ones that come as standard on these drones. But the difference is negligible in my opinion. The only difference here is just the color and the pitch size of the props. But amazing that they have this in stock. So if you need more props for your GEPRC Vapor, Meps King have those. And they also have the lipos as well. So if you're after batteries, go there. They also have a bunch of other stuff. They have motors, frames, ESCs, you name it. Just go and check out their website. And the best part is that Meps King has provided me a 10% discount code if you use DMV. I'll put that in the description box down below as well. Go and check them out. Really appreciate Meps King for helping me, because I really enjoyed flying this quad and I probably wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for them. What I will do as well is I'll put the flight times on screen that I was getting for the Vapor with the different batteries. But in general, you're gonna get around 13 minutes with the 1550 for both the Tattoo L-Line and the Boss Lipo. Like the Boss Lipo has good performance as well. And the 1800 got me around 16 minutes. And these are cruising speeds as well. You're gonna start pushing it a little bit more, or you're going up a hill and then down a hill, you're gonna get slightly less. Also, if you're putting in an action camera, you're adding a little bit more weight. But you're gonna get really good flight times with this drone. Like, I've been super impressed. I just finished flying all my packs with the Vapor 60 and hasn't put a foot wrong. It's been amazing. Been all the way up to the top of that hill with this quad, no issues. So let's recap. It's got a good tune out the box. It's well built. It's more affordable than GEPRC's Mark V and even iFlight's Nazgul Evoque. It's stable. It's got GPS. I mean, I cannot think of a flaw. I have enjoyed thoroughly flying this drone. It has been absolutely fantastic, and I don't think it's put a foot wrong. Even that time where I lost signal, it came back for me. Everything worked. It's just been fantastic. I mean, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you got the GEPRC Vapor? Would you like it? Would you like a deadcat or an X-frame? And would you go for a 5" over the 6". Because I think for the money, this is probably one of the best drones. Now, if you're interested in picking up the GEPRC Vapor 60, I have left an affiliate link in the description box down below, and you get 5% off through this link and anything you buy from GEPRC's website. There is no additional cost to you. I've also left a link to Meps King for all the accessories like lipos and extra props that I got. Thanks again, Jaden, for helping out with this video, and you get 10% off with that code in the description box down below. Subscribe for more videos on drones, photography and gear reviews, and if you enjoyed this video, then check out my review on the Cinelog 30 V3 here. Or if you want to see my long-term review on the Avata 2, then check out this video here. I'll see you in the next video.